Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to Thankfully Thinking of You Thursday. So today we're going to use our kind of feature of the week, which is the Witty-cisms Stamp Set. I've been playing around with that all week so far and showing you some fun folds every day with this stamp set. Also been coloring with the Stampin' Blends, which is always lots of fun, very relaxing. And so the feature of the week this week, if you purchase this stamp set and 4 Stampin' Blends of your choice, colors of your choice, then I'm going to send you a free package of rhinestones, which is a pretty sweet deal. So, and I chose the rhinestones because our Stampin' Blends can actually color those rhinestones to be whatever color you want. So I think it's kind of an amazing deal, and nobody's taken me up on that offer yet. So feel free. So like I said, today is Thankfully Thinking of You. So today we are gonna make a fun little card telling somebody how awesome they are using the cute little taco stamp set. So today in particular, this week we've kind of been thinking of people whose job titles start with the letter E. We're also thinking of people whose names start with the letter E. And so, you know, while you're on, be thinking about somebody who needs either some, you know, a little bit of cheering up in their life, or somebody who you are super thankful for. And I know they're out there, but we just sometimes have to take a little think about it and kind of be prompted a little bit, I suppose. So that's today. Hello, everybody. They're popping on. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for commenting, telling me where you're from. That is awesome, so I can get to know you better and you can get to know me better. This is a wonderful place for awesome friendships. So if you are in need of friends, this is the place for you. So something else I wanted to say, or thank you for sharing too. So if you share this video, that helps my little business too. So thank you if you could do that. Some people tried out the challenge from the Template Tuesday. 3 people snuck in. So I have actually put up, we're going to do a drawing for those people who attempted the template, and man, were they beautiful. I love them. Great ideas, you everyone. And you know, like, I loved how you used what you had on hand. Everything doesn't have to be, you know, measurement specific. I'm not getting out my ruler. I'm not going to be, you know, checking to see if your circle's the right size or whatever. It's just a guide. It's just an idea. Throw it out there and make it your own. So I loved every single project. Hooray, hooray to all 3 of you. So here we go. We're going to spin to see who's going to get a prize or a couple cards for me, because I know if we are outside Canada, I can't send you any prizes, but I can send you cards, so that will hopefully be okay. Here we go. Spin. Gina! Yay, Gina! Congratulations! Your card, oopsie. That's this one. Your card was stunning. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm glad you snuck it in there, and you were one of the few times I used a ruler. Oh! Funny. Okay. And Gina is in Canada, so I can send her an actual prize. Hooray. So be on the lookout for that, Gina, and I will get that in the mail hopefully by tomorrow. If not, it'll be next week. All right, so our cards today, we're going to keep on going with the fun fold business. This fold I have never tried before. Pardon me, my mouth gets dry. But I've seen it lots, and I've seen different versions of it, but I didn't see the version like I'm going to make today. So I'm making it kind of my own, like I encourage you to do with the the templates. So let me, what is it called? Darn, I was gonna look this up beforehand, and of course I forgot. Here's my little, oh my goodness, here you want to see my little happy planner. I have all my lists of things to get done, and so it is the double point fold card. So let's give this a whirl. It actually looks super easy. I wasn't sure how it would all go together, but I was impressed at how simple it kind of went together for the person that I was people that I was watching. I've watched quite a few videos on Pinterest. I like to do that because different people have different ways of doing things. Some are a little more simple to understand, some are a little more complicated, some throw their own versions in. So we're going to make it our own and go from there. So first off, of course, all these measurements are going to be on my blog later on today, and all the colors and the whatnot that I use will be listed there as well. So if you love something, of course, all the products that I use, I sell, and would love to sell that to you if you live in Canada. If you live in the US, I have a lovely business partner friend who lives there, Lisa Harden, and she, I'm sure, would love to help you out. So here's going to be Granny Apple Green. Here's how I differ from everybody else that I looked on Pinterest. Everybody else just did a card base as one sheet of cardstock as opposed to the open card. And I thought, well, I kind of still want to have the card to write in, and it'll all make sense to you once we get rolling here. But anyways, I'll leave that till later. Granny Apple Green card base, typical like usual, the 8.5 by 5.5, and then I fold it in half like a card or a book. And then I have a piece of Whisper White that is going to go on here that is measuring at 4 by 5.25. And then I have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. This is from the It Starts With Art stamp set. Or It Starts With Art Designer Series paper. I liked these colors because we're using the taco, so I thought, oh, I like this color combination. It reminds me of the, the taco, the lettuce, the tomato. So this is why I chose this bizarre color combo. We'll have to watch the replay once again. It keeps skipping and going back to the beginning. That is bizarre. I'm sorry. Wow, you look super organized. Me puts Post-it on forehead. Oh, sheesh. Well, I try for sure. Thank you. So these little 2 pieces are measuring at 4 inches by 3 inches. And then I do 1 line of scoring on these. Let's see if I can get this in here. So like I said, this is 3 inches by 4 inches, and I'm going to score 1 line along the 2-inch mark. So you just make sure you're using your scoring blade, not your cutting one. Been there, done that, right? So both of them will get scored at that 2-inch mark. We can all handle this so far, right? They're not bizarre measurements, and I thought, oh my goodness, how is she going to make that into this card? But it works. Then I chose just to use some Poppy Parade. I cut this out of the Stitched Shapes dies. And then this one is the Granny Apple Green from Stitch So Sweetly. I thought, oh, I think I like that one. So, but really, these sections, if you don't have these sets, you should get them. But if you don't, I mean, you'll see how on my following card that use whatever shapes you want. And you'll see on Pinterest when people do use this fold, they use all sorts of kind of pieces in the middle. So you'll see when it when we get rolling here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is take this piece of Whisper White that I'm going to have on the front of my card, and I'm actually going to stamp right in the center of it. Now, some people, Lisa Harden, would probably get out her ruler. She probably, she likes to have everything perfect, right? And so, I mean, hey, good for her, because she probably goes through less cardstock than I do, because she measures first and stamps twice, or measures twice, stamps once, cuts once, whatever. I'm going to just use my grid paper. Grid paper is a great thing, and you don't have to be a demonstrator to get the grid paper. You can order that up at any point in time, and it comes in a big, here, let me show you, a big huge pad. So you get lots of pieces that you can use. I'm going to use my Memento black ink and stamp that whole Talk About Awesome stamp right in the center. So I'm just going to eyeball it. I think that looks great. Talk About Awesome. There it is. Isn't it cute? Now my Simply Chamois is hiding under here. Clean that off. Simply Chamois are available through Stampin' Up. Now mine looks absolutely disgusting, but as you can see, there's no residue like the old Stampin' Scrubs used to. They just, I mean, even though it's filthy, you wipe it off and all the ink's gone. And it also kind of gets into the cracks and crevices, I think, a little better. And all you have to do to keep this going is just wet it with water. It'll get really stiff and hard, and all you do is wet it. I find that when I use hot water to rinse it with, the reds and kind of come out, reds and pinks, and then when I use cool water, the blues and the greens come out. I don't know. I guess it's just some fluke of a thing. I don't know. Anyways, okay, back to our card. I decided to use the same kind of color combo for the Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to use actually Daffodil Delight because they don't have crushed curry. I could probably use Mango Melody. It took me forever to use mine. Once I used it, I love it now. Yeah. So Daffodil Delight I'm going to use. This is Poppy Parade for the red and Granny Apple Green for the greens. And so when you're using Stampin' Blends, I tend to use the bullet end. There's a kind of paintbrush end. This one I use for splattering, and this one I use for if I'm outlining like a blue sky outline or something, or coloring something a little bit larger. I prefer to color with the bullet end because, I don't know, I have a little more control over where the ink goes, I suppose, and so that's my preference. Other people like it different. So I'm just going in where Stampin' Up! Has shaded on the little taco. That's where I'm going over top of with the dark color. And then I go in with the light version of the color pack. Speaking of that, in the new upcoming catalog, coming out June 3rd to customers, but of course comes out early for us demonstrators. We get to pre-order in next week. So excited, before everything goes on back order and everything's, you know, a mess. So that's definitely a perk about signing up to be a demonstrator. You don't have to be, this is the light Granny Apple Green, by the way. You don't have to do classes if you don't want. You don't have to do videos. That's not your deal. You don't even have to collect orders if you don't want. It's just, sorry, that was light. Poppy Parade. This is going to be the dark Granny Apple Green. I'm just doing a little highlight underneath. you can make it your own. And so if you just want a discount for all of your, you know, items that you purchase, if you purchase a lot, that's why I thought I should get rolling on that. But if you purchase a lot already, might as well get a discount on it. Now I'm going to take my light granite hill green, and I'm just going to flick some green splotches. I would do it with my yellow, but here's my once again a little aggressive with the coloring or something, and it's just not quite working the way I would like to. But can you see those little dots? To me, it just makes it a little fun and whimsy. All right, that's it for coloring. This is such an easy little stamps. All of these are super easy to color. They're quick. Love it. Okay, so next we are going to play with these pieces of cardstock here. At the fold, remember we scored at the 2-inch mark. We're just going to fold that over, go both sides, whatever. And then all we're going to do to make this work is do a little fold. So you're just bringing that corner up along that score line, and you're going to fold it. Just press down like so. And we're going to do the same with the other side. Has anybody made this card already? You know what this card's going to be? Or this fold, pardon me. I have never made it, but never made it before, so I am excited to learn this one. Okay, so there we go. That's it. We now have ourselves a nice little point. Next, let's do this again. Just going to give it a good fold here. And once again, I'm just going to fold up the corner to meet along that score line. And then this one, do the same thing. Come on. And one person did say if it's kind of hanging, when you flip this down, if it's kind of hanging out, just snip that off. And so I do see that the one piece is kind of hanging out there. So let's chop that little piece off. Let's do this again with this side. This one's pretty good. There's a little piece over here. Let's just get rid of that one. Okay. So that was easy enough too, right? I still use my color spritzer bulb thingy that Stampin' Up! Used to sell to get a splatter. Oh, I don't even remember that. Sounds fun. Yeah, you didn't see one of those either, Gina? Interesting. Okay, let's glue this together now. So basically we want those to stay where they are here. So let's just put some glue along the outsides. I'm using my snail tape, but of course you can use your liquid glue. Probably use tear and tape as well. And fold that to stay there. Now we're going to end up putting this onto here like so. So it's going to end up just sitting on top of our piece here. Now I'm hoping, yes, perfect. Okay, and we're going to glue that down. I'm kind of thinking I might use tear and tape. I want that to be super strong, there for good, not accidentally pull out or anything. That would not be good. Here's a card. Oops, it fell apart. You're awesome, but I'm not. Speaking of that, I had a rough day yesterday. I tend to let people's negativity swirl in my head. So you all come on here, you tell me how wonderful I am, you say such nice things to me, and then for some reason, you know, that one negative thing that happens in your day is the one that your brain holds on to and, you know, repeats over and over and over. How did I choose my color combo today? I just thought about a taco. I mean, this would probably work with a burger idea too. So that's why I thought, okay, yellow for kind of the taco shell, red for the tomato, and green for the lettuce. That's all. And so that's the big, ooh. All right, and then let's do this again with the bottom. So anyways, Roz sent me a little thing this morning, and I thought it was such a neat idea, and I'm sure other people struggle with this as well. It's not just me in the world that listens to those dumb negative comments. But she said, okay, I'll read it to you. A frog decided to reach the top of a tree. All frogs shouted, "It's impossible, it's impossible." Still, the frog reaches the top. How? Because he was deaf. And he thought everyone was encouraging him to reach the top. Isn't that neat? Be deaf to negative thoughts if your aim is to reach your goal. So I like that. I thought, you know what? I need to stop listening to those negative things here. I'm just going to put it along the bottom here. It's hard, but we just have to remind ourselves, right? Remind ourselves of the truth. My psychologist used to always tell me, search for the truth. What's the truth? Is that comment about them, or that comment that you heard, is that true? Is it, you know, is it something to consider, something to think about, or is it, you know, just somebody being an idiot? And so you have to, you know, take ownership for what you need to take ownership for, and then move along. Okay, so I'm thinking this is probably a little too small because it's not going to have a whole lot of room to hang on here. So let's go up a size, I guess. We could use a different shape as well. We could use more of that stitched so sweetly. This would definitely make sure it had lots of space on there. Or would that make it look like a flag? Maybe not the look I'm going for. Ah, there is. A lot of people use the stitched nested label dies as the center kind of portion. That might look better. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, I think, shall we do, let's lay this out how I was thinking and see what color we should put that stitched nested label die as. So here's this piece. And I was gonna put this little green bit on top there. Should we go with Daffodil Delight? Should we go with white? I like the round because it looks like a tomato slice. How cute are you? That's adorable. Okay. That's fun. You are a smart girl. So then let me see, if I was to, maybe we can make this look like a taco. Maybe we can make this layer look like lettuce. I wonder. Should we stick with the round? Yeah, let's stick with the round. Let's do it again. I'll get some crushed curry out, some of my scraps, and see if Is that gonna fit? Nope. I love how you guys think. It's great. Use a color that looks like cheese. Oh my goodness, you guys are right into it. I love it. Okay, so is that cheese or is that, should we go melon mambo? Should we stick with those three colors we've kind of already used? We don't have an embossing folder that would make it look kind of ratty and look like cheese. I just want to show you a little something here. I'm taking my camera off. She's a pain in the butt, but I tell you, when she's sleeping, she makes me laugh. She cuddles when she sleeps, and she sleeps in the weirdest of directions. She'll fold like right in half. She'll have her tongue stuck out. So cute. I guess the brick hammered metal. Ooh. Yeah. Oops, sorry about hitting that. We could use the corrugated. Yeah, and most days I'm about ready to send her out the window, but what do you think about corrugated? I don't know. Sequin folder looks like holes in cheese. I don't have the sequin one. Neat idea though. Do you think we could go hammered metal or corrugated? I don't know if you can oh, that doesn't help. Let's go like this so you can see. There's the hammered metal, and this is the corrugated. This would almost be cute for lettuce, wouldn't it? Settles folder would definitely give it texture. Yeah. Let's go with settles. Let's go with the settles. We can always I'm thinking corrugated for that green layer. And I think, what if you were to, if you tore the yellow and glued it to a sheet of cardstock? I don't know what you mean. What if you tore the yellow and glued it to a piece of cardstock? What kind of like, if I was to tear the yellow and maybe put it on here? Got a hammered and a corrugated. Like shred. Oh, just like glue. Oh, tear a bunch of little bits and pieces. That could be cute. Okay. Tear strips like shredded cheese. Okay. Should we try that? Okay. Let's go. And just like. Oops. A lot of people get stressed out about tearing. French fries. Maybe they're too big. I was almost thinking of making this a rectangle and running it through the corrugated embossing folder, which I think I'm going to do. Let's do that. I'm going to grab my rectangle framelits. No. No, I'm wondering how big I should. Yeah, let's do that one. And granny apple green. You could add a little shading using ink and daubers. Yes, that's true. True, true. Okay, so here's my little stitched rectangle. When you get stuck on something, do you go on to something else and then try and come back to it? Or is that just me? I kind of leave it and go into something that I'm sure about. Now the only thing with this, the corrugated embossing folder, which is on the retired list, I have to wet my paper. Some people don't. Of course, it's just based on your die cutting machine, how the rollers are, you know, how close they are. But all I'm going to do is spritz this piece of paper with water first, and that allows the paper to kind of stretch and mold a little easier than, a little better. Otherwise, it'll just come out all little ripped. It'll come out all little ripped pieces. Hey, hey. This might become a technique. So there, see, it didn't come apart. Where I'll show you. If I run this through, let's just do this strip. Let's go that way, I guess. Watch this. Of course, it probably won't do it just because. But I'm gonna run this through. Oh, with weight. Do it. You know, every time it does it. But it'll rip because it's just not, the paper's just not tough enough. Anyways, I wonder if we can just cut these into little pieces. That might look cute too. Add a whole lot of texture. And then, yeah, like Ross said, let's sponge over top of it with some color. Oh my goodness, this card's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a stunner now. I was just going simple and easy. Nope. Okay, let's start with that. Now, my daubers. Should we go in with, well, let's start with Daffodil Delight, or Crushed Curry, pardon me. Let's start with that, and if it's not quite showing up enough, we can always go to Mango Melody. I've never had it rip with corrugator. Really? Yeah. What if you cut tiny slivers of yellow with your trimmer for the cheese? Yeah, that could work too. Let's just kind of add in some, maybe that'll help it be a little more dimensional. let's try a Mango Melody and see what we think. Yeah, I like that. A little more orangey bits. It's a little more like cheddar. Wow, you guys are good. I'm just going to do the ends because I know the other parts will be tucked underneath that piece of red, which I kind of want to go, oh, that's not what, let's not color the green, orange, or yellow. One more. Kind of want to color that round tomato now, kind of put some color on the edges to make it a little more three-dimensional. Oh, okay, I'm going to take these French fries away. Okay, and this I want to add Poppy Parade around the outside, so I'm going to use my dauber again. You like the corrugated strips? Yeah, cute. Probably can't see much of a difference, but it will give it some light and darker sections. Make it look a little less perfect, I suppose. Okay, let's assemble this little guy. Oh, cute. I think I'm going to just use my liquid glue, just put a little in here and hope for the best. I want to need a little more. It's a little long. Let's just cut a piece here, a piece there, and that on there. Sting. Oh, I feel the sticky coming. I hate that sticky feeling on my fingers. I should wear gloves. That's what I should do. Gloves and crafting. There. Cute. Looks like French. Are they too long, do you think? Is that why they kind of look a little funny? I don't know. Okay, let's glue this one on. Oh! Glue on our tomato. think I'm going to use, do I use dimensionals on that one? Because I know it'll stick well because the layers are a little less precise. No, the glue. Let's glue. Sticky, sticky, sticky. There's my lettuce. We're going to call it lettuce. Smells like a good. Okay, back to this. Could use, I just wanted to use the word awesome on the front, or I could use taco bout. Come on. They could just be food thingies. We had a little awesome. I don't know if it'll even fit. Or talk about. You're not going to know. Love it. Look at that. That's cute. And I'll just make sure those don't really hang off the card base, but I don't know, just, I guess if we used, I keep a folded wet wipe on my desk when using glue. I don't like sticky fingers, but love glue. Yes. I don't know if I should use just the taco bout right there, or if I should use awesome. I think if I use the taco bout, you'll know that this is a taco. If I just use awesome, I don't know. What do you think? I can also do like you did it, or wow, because there are those little sayings from this stamp set too. Let's give my hands a wash. No worries. Talk about taco. Yeah. Okay. Just taco, maybe. Could. Maybe, yeah, maybe just the taco bit. Oh my goodness. I need my lemon essential oils to clean the goo off. I like that just taco idea. Taco bout. Although, okay, taco, you could have a bout of tacos. You know what okay, and I just thought of something else. I'm going to use the rhinestones, color the rhinestones in red, and put them on the tomato. As this, oh, or maybe black. Or white? What color are tomato seeds? I can't remember. Okay, let's do taco. So I'm going to blank off this portion with my horrible washi tape. This is one way to use her up. Okay, and I guess I shouldn't pull it. Let's get out the Memento Black. Now I've just got this from the Stitched Shapes as well. We'll see what if I can get it evenly on there or not. I don't know. We'll see. Now I know this stamp set is farther. It's pretty well even that way. Okay. Taco Bat. we could flick on some color. Let's do that. All right, Granny Green. Let's go in with the dark, just to make it a little less white. Man, I love this. Talk about. Yes, and let's pop that up. Yuck. Like so. I don't know if tomato seeds are red. Let's color one in red. Or if they're black. I don't really want black. Start with 5 and see what we think. So I'm just coloring that in with Poppy Parade. Come on. Stick. Oh man, I love it. Love it. There's our smarty pantses. All right. Look at that. That is sweet. Okay, I'm just going to, I think I'll raise that up just a tad to make sure it is stuck to that layer. It doesn't have to be stuck to both, of course, just the one. Let's make a little mark kind of where I want to put my tear and tape. I'm going to use tear and tape. You could use other adhesive too, of course, but I really want this to stay stuck, and it's such a little portion that I'm getting a dog hair in there too. That's good. Stuck. Okay, I'll take these off and then I'll put that other one across. There. I'll just kind of pay attention to where those little ticks were. Kind of about there. Sorry, do I have my head in the way? Is that too high up? A little. It's kind of shade out there. Don't rip the paper. There. Okay. Oh my Atlanta, that is the most adorable thing ever. Now that's probably going to pop out. That's okay. It's okay. All right, our card base now. Let's glue that on there. I'm going to use the liquid glue. Just to go quick. So this is what I was kind of talking about earlier. I hadn't seen anybody on Pinterest you make this into kind of a, oh, here goes my little rhinestones. I'm gonna have to put some glue or something underneath, probably because there's ink on the tomato. Just makes it a little bit wet and they don't want to stick so well. So I'll just do a little dab of the glue too. So everybody just had a piece of cardstock, one piece, and then they turned it over and some of them put a piece of white whisper white paper on the back so you could write on it. But I thought I still want a card, right? I mean, this is cute, but I still want a card. So I decided to, this is my little insert. Just run some of that paper along there. I, stamped out the awesome portion, and then the wow comes from, wow, that went by fast. So I just, inked up the wow, and that's that piece. And then I just did the taco in there. So that's my insert. Okay. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Absolutely love it. Now, where did I put the envelope for this card I already made? Here it is. So here's my little taco in the corner of my envelope. And then I just put that same paper on the flap. Cute. Thank you for this. This is awesome. Now I cut out another version, another idea. Do you want, I think it'll go fast because everything's cut out and ready. So I'm using the same colors, but I'm going to switch up some of the other things. So my card base this time is going to be the crushed curry. I'm going to just put a layer of this DSP instead of the Whisper White cardstock. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know. And then for my flaps, instead of being DSP, I decided to use I wasn't thinking about that. Although this might be different. Okay, I got another idea. So I stamped the little awesome, awesome, awesome all over the green, and I stamped the wow, wow, wow all over the red. And then I'm going to use these little layers kind of to put in between. Now hopefully it'll be big enough. We'll see how it goes. But I just had an idea. What if we were to turn our card this way? I think that would work, wouldn't it? And the flaps go this way. The reason why I just had that thought was because, oh shoot, I put the stamped words going in the same direction. So if I have wow going this way, then all my awesomes are going to be upside down. So let's make it sideways. Love when these things, make new designs, right? Okay, so let's glue up this little piece. Once again, you just fold that corner up there, and you can flip that over, make sure there's no overhang. We're all looking good. Let's do this one. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Turn, flip it over, make sure there's no overhang. I think we're good. Okay, so on this layer is where I wanted to stamp, or I'm going to put this stitched, the largest stitched square shape. But I'm going to do it this direction. Okay, let's stamp that on here. And stamp the entire image. Lid. And like I said, this image is so easy to color. It's quick. So dark, daffodil delight, dots. And oops, let's go with the light. And the light granny apple green for some lettuce. And I'm just going to go right into here, and I just put a little bed of lettuce at the bottom. And the light poppy parade will make some tomatoes here. There. Okay, that is going to be it. Maybe I will splatter my green. Wowzers, that was a big splatter. Well, the tacos now. Maybe that's whole grain, a whole grain taco now. Okay, let's put this one here, right in the center, sideways. Let's give this a whirl. You know, I did punch this out. Hang on. I'm gonna cut this in half. Let's make it like little borders on the outside, like so. Get like a little fancy frame. Oh, shit. My hands are so sticky. The glue is ripping my paper. Let's just go in with the liquid glue then. Let's take that off. So put that right in the center on my cardstock layer. Now I'm going to take these and attach them to the tops and the bottoms. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a much bigger flap. I wonder if we could make this longer. There's probably no reason why you couldn't. So instead of lettuce peeking out, yes. Instead of it just being 3 inches across, I suppose you could make it longer. Make it 4 inches across, and that would just make it maybe a little bit longer, right? I think that would probably work. Maybe I'll do red on the top. Let's go red. I'm going to use my tear and tape. This stamp set is worth it just for this little stamp right here. So cute. They should do a whole taco set. We used to have that taco truck. Remember that? Was that 2 years ago celebration item? That little taco truck. And man, did that taco truck get transformed into so many fun things. So little ambulances, little fire trucks, little all sorts of things. Is cute. Okay, and if you got excess, just fold it over. Here we go. Add a little awesome. Just butt this layer up. Make sure it's lined up. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Lined up on the top and the bottom. Too close to the fold. That's okay. We'll squish it down. Okay. So now I'm thinking this is not going to be quite big enough. Nope. So let's go with do another. Maybe to switch it up. Let's try out this stitched rectangle frame that nested label dies. That one too big. It's the size smaller. Yeah, I think that's better. That way you'll still see. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I think I'm going to use, I don't know if I should do another layer of yellow or white. Now I need the set to go with the old taco truck set, right? Let's put that guy on there. Which side do I want to open? I guess, do I want it that to go up with this flap? This one. I'm gonna go this side. I'm gonna stick a glue dot. Maybe glue dots. Would that work? Quicker and easier. Put quite a few. Layer that up. And there we go. So any of those glue dots are poking out, just give them a squish under. Cute, cute. Let's go in with, we'll add that on now. Just gonna add glue to the center. Needs a little something under there. What kind of granny apple green? Do we have granny apple green ribbon? I don't think so. I don't think I do. There's this. It's pretty. A little too fancy-dancy. Love this denim ribbon. Really has nothing to do with tacos. Let's not do it. Burlap trim. Get rid of the taco truck set. You got rid of the taco truck set. What about cutting another square like the white one? I was thinking about that too. Yeah. Let's go with this one and shred it. Yeah. Love this ribbon. Although maybe I'll put it under this taco layer. Yeah, let's do that. It's almost too much yellow on yellow, but it's all right. Now here you just pull this apart, which I love. It's probably too big. A little too long. Do I have any red Poppy Parade? Poppy Parade, do I have? I think I have real red. I could color a red and a green. Let's do that. With our Stampin' Blends, another bonus about these is that you can color up ribbon and rhinestones. The other side look fabulous. Okay, let's go red on this side. Perfect color match. Look at that. Okay. A little loop-de-loop. Nah, maybe I'll leave it all ratty. All right. Lots of liquid glue on here to make sure that piece stays. And then let's go a little bit more on top and add our little strip of red. And our little strip of green. That would have looked cute for lettuce. Ah, sit. And I can trim those down, of course, to make them look right. And here's our little taco. use some mini dimensionals. I've got little strips here too. I'll put one on the top and one on the bottom. And hopefully that will go around. Can't do anything with with my sticky fingers. Okay, and then whatever hits that center will be nicely glued. There. Okay, let's trim this down a little. Oh my goodness, it's too cute. Okay, and then all I have to do now is put the card onto my card base. So who knew you could go this direction? My grandkids busy out singing that song often. Haha, that is Mickey Mouse Playhouse. I missed something, that's okay. I'll go back and read. Burlap ribbon, Melissa. You and I had the same thought here. Make sure it's all even. Okay, you open it up, talk about awesome. And then this was my insert, which I guess I will change around. I may just take my stitched framelit. It's probably stitched nested label dies. You know how long it took me to get that memorized? I'm going to trim this like so, and I will put it onto a piece of cardstock that goes this direction. And I think that'll be lots of fun. I might even cut this piece out too and maybe layer it, you know, as well. We shall see. But that is my goal for that one. Oh my goodness, that is adorable. I need to put rhinestones on there too. I'll put rhinestones on there somewhere, and I'll color them up. And then here's my envelope for this one. I just did the wow and the awesome, the little strip of that same paper, but I put the little taco over there. Cute. Isn't it neat? Whew, I got it done. I love these. Oh, you guys are awesome. You have such great ideas. And that is exactly why I want to do this contest called Chopped. That led right into that, didn't it? Chopped, coming up tomorrow, registration. So Chopped is where we're going to send you, Lisa or I, so just for Canadians and Americans, send you an envelope in the mail with certain items. They'll all be the same. Just like on the cooking show, they're random things thrown in a basket. These will be random things thrown in an envelope, sent to you. And we are so excited to see what you are going to come up with using those items in some way, shape, or form on your project. The project can be a scrapbooking page, it can be a card, it can be a home decor project, it can be a sampler. You can add items to it. They have to be current Stampin' Up! Items. So celebration items are over. So as long as it's in the mini catalog or the annual catalog, then you are good to go. So I am so excited to see what you come up with. It costs $10 in Canada and $7 in US. That includes the shipping. So we wanted to kind of keep it a little bit reasonably priced. And then of course, once you're done your project, you'll take a picture of it, send it our way, email it, and I will post all the pictures, and then we'll vote. And so the rules of the voting, of course, if you submitted a certain picture, you can't vote for Pardon me. You can't vote for your own, but you have to vote for 3 other options. And the winner gets next month's kit for free, and they get to choose what cardstock colors go in the next kit. So that's kind of exciting. I don't know. So that comes out tomorrow. I did do a video. Whoops. I did do a video kind of explaining it with the rules and whatnot. I will also be putting out a little more information again today so that we're ready to roll tomorrow. So as long as you Facebook, message Lisa or I, or email us, or phone us, or text us, and tell us that you're interested, we will send you a PayPal invoice, I believe. I think Lisa's up with PayPal. If not, she can figure out a way to get money from you, I'm sure. And then you're in, and then we'll cut the kits and send them out, and oh, I can't wait to see what you come up with, because I know you're all amazingly creative. So yay, yay, yay. Tomorrow is Fun Friday. I am going to do another fun fold, and our last item that I really haven't used is this Lookin' Sharp. So I'm going to do a fun fold with that one. I didn't use the happy birthday. Happy birthday, I mean, you can throw easily on anything else. The wow, that went by fast. I haven't really thought of a way to use that just yet, but I did use the wow. And then It's Your Retirement could fit on anything really. Tomorrow is Lookin' Sharp. How cute. All right. So I will hope to see you back here at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Once again, the feature of the week. Get off the screen, where's my button? Is this cute stamp set, and 4 Stampin' Blends of any color of your choice. You get some free package of rhinestones when you order these, or if you place an order of $50 or more. I want to thank you. And of course, I am very thankful for all of you being our Thankfully Thinking of You. I am going to draw, and somebody will get the card from today. I'm going to give it to somebody who shared this post. It'll be hard to give this one away, these ones away, but I know you guys will appreciate it, and frankly, you helped me make it. So whoever has shared my Facebook page, you will be in the enterings, and we'll do that draw tomorrow. So that'll give you a little bit of time and a little bit of extra time for people who watch the replay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Don't listen to haters. Yes. Oh, yeah, I was going to read something else. I get a text from Alberta Health every day. It's kind of just a little message of hope during this time of pandemic. So remember the strength and resilience you have shown in the face of challenges in your life. You will do this again during the pandemic. And frankly, it's not just the pandemic. You will do this again in your work. You will do this again in your family life. You will do this again in your marriage. You will do this again with Indy. So just something to remember, something to consider. Yes, thank you, Janet, for that closing remark, and be back here again for some happy fun tomorrow. Bye.